Ho ho ho. Merry Easter, everyone. Uh, uh, Let me answer this really quickly, children.
Uh-huh. Yeah, wait. What, what do you mean Easter has already passed? Well, get the Pope on the line and tell him to change the date. We can't be proven wrong again. Well, I don't know how, but get it done.
Ho ho ho. Sorry about that, children. Where was I? Ah, yes. I was just about to announce the new series that I am starting, where I go through and rank every single zombies map. Now, I've been playing zombies since I was a wee little lad. Oh, it was some time ago. But I haven't stopped playing now that I am much older. No. In fact, I have come back around to find some new appreciation for what we once had. And now I want to share those memories and thoughts with all of you.
Okay, I can't do the fucking voice anymore. You know what video you clicked on. All the maps will be put into a tier list and given a number score. We will be going in release order for the most part, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it, starting with Knocked Der Untoten. This is probably going to be the hardest map to rank because it is the first of its kind. So is it really that fair to compare it to what comes later? It's like looking at the 4090 and comparing it to the GeForce 256. It really isn't fair. So although I'm not going to compare it to what comes later on in the franchise, I will compare it to other maps that came out in this game. However, even with that limitation, this is still as bare bones as a map can get. You got your wall buys, your windows, and a box. That's it. Now, even though this map has the least number of features on it, it does have one thing going for it, and that is the atmosphere. This is one of two maps that are actually scary. And not the kind of scary that just startles you, but the kind of scary that makes you hesitant to play it again, for fear of shitting your pants. When this game launched, no one knew that a zombies game mode was going to be a thing. And the way we found out is a top 10 anime twists moment. Right after finishing the grueling and dark campaign, you cut to the point of view of a soldier that survived the crash. You see a few other figures out in the distance. Could it be more survivors? Your vision is starting to fade in and out, but with each glimpse you see the figures getting closer and closer, and running faster and faster. Eventually, they get right up in your face, as it cuts to black. Holy shit. You get plopped into this abandoned structure that we visited much earlier on in the campaign, but it is significantly more run down and broken. And before you fully understand the situation you're in, you must start defending this rundown building from the onslaught of zombies. Wave after wave of never-ending zombies start to wear you down, until you find yourself this weird box that seems to have a strange glowing aura coming off of it. After approaching the box and paying the fee, it opens with an incredible force, cycling through so many different weapons, much like a slot machine, until it finally lands on something. A flamethrower. Perfect for making some crispy zombie flambe. With the help of the box, you can stave off the onslaught for some time, but nothing seems to stop the horde from coming, and eventually, you will also fall. That little short story I just went through right there is everyone's first experience with this map. And whether you played with people or just by yourself, that first experience is unanimous across everyone. Unfortunately though, also for this map, after you get that first experience in, it is kind of boring. And there's no other way to really put it. If you're not being scared by this map, you're being bored to death by it. And putting all of that together, I can't in good faith put Nocturne Toten anywhere above C tier, but I feel like putting it below C tier would also give it too much disrespect for being the first map ever for zombies. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a nice 5 out of 10 and smack dab in the middle of C tier. Veruct is where shit starts to get real. We got perks now. We got a box that moves. The map is much bigger. The atmosphere is... Calm down there with the soundboard, dude. The atmosphere is back and even better than it was before. Even with all that innovation and change, they also tried something that wouldn't be done again until Advanced Warfare, which came out a whole 6 years later. And that is split the players into 2 groups. This is probably the most controversial feature about this map, but I absolutely love it. If you play this map split screen with a friend and you load in only to be by yourself with no way to get to him, oh my god! I'm feeding off the terror that those innocent players faced. God
damn, Jimmy, this some serious gourmet shit.
Another thing that this map has that all maps henceforth will also have is an Easter egg song. And might I say that this song, and really all the songs that came from this game, are truly iconic. Now it isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This map does have the second most useless door purchase in all of COD Zombies, and that is the BAR room. On top of that, the map is still pretty cramped, but it does have some areas that allow for some very primitive training. Altogether, even with the innovations it brought, Veruct isn't the greatest thing ever, but it is very deserving of a solid 6 out of 10 and a high C tier placement. I'm going to start off with an apology to all the high round lovers out there, because what I'm about to say is blasphemous to them. Out of all the World at War maps, this one is by far the least playable due to glitches and bugs. I'm sure you've noticed by now that I'm using the Black Ops 1 remakes for the footage of these maps, but even the remake of Shinonuma cannot escape the buggy nature of the map. And I'll explain why by doing the best Doug Sharp impression. Fun fact, you can have more than 2, 3, 4, even 5 guns on this map. Fun fact, no matter the round, you will only see 24 zombies per round. Fun fact, after round 162, every other round is an insta-kill round. God, that was so bad. No one can do it like Doug can. Now, some might say that these bugs actually enhance the gameplay experience, but even if it does, they are bugs nonetheless, so some points are going to be docked. Something else that is apparent in all the maps, but I haven't mentioned until now, is the fact that the box will always start in the same spot. For Veruct, it is in the power room. In Shinonuma, it's the bottom of the stairs beneath spawn. In Durree, it's right next to the power again. This is pretty nice, but I am glad that they switched it to being random after this game. This next point is a half positive in the fact that the map is way bigger than Veruct and Noct, but on the other hand feels more cramped because of the water. If you take even 5 steps outside of Tampa city limit, you might as well call yourself dead. Now, not everything on this map is a negative. The random perk locations is a great feature that makes this map slightly more replayable, and the flogger is, well, it's the flogger. What else do you want me to say? I do realize I am being a little hard on this map, but the one thing I can't take away from this map is the Easter egg song. It is easily the best in this entire game and is still in the top 5 to this day. On top of that, this map introduced Hellhounds as well as the Ultimus crew, consisting of Edward Richtofen, Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, and Takeo Misaki. I don't even think I need to tell you how big this was for zombies. Plugging all of that into my calculator that you may never see and I'm never going to show you, Shinunuma gets a 4 out of 10, only being saved by creating the Ultimus crew and Hellhounds. With that being said though, I am putting this map in D tier. This map invented Pack-a-Punch. 100 out of 10, S tier. Alright, good night everyone. Okay, in all seriousness, what can I say about this map that hasn't already been said? This map has the first Easter egg quest, an invented Pack-a-Punch. It's the first map to have teleporters or any sort of fast travel system. This map is home to the most iconic strategies in all of zombies. It is really hard to find any issues with Durree, aside from one thing, a bug with the Wonder Waffle that has left a permanent scar on this version of the map, that being the Jug bug. If you shoot a zombie with the Wonder Waffle that is too close to you, you can shock yourself with it. However, that's normal, and it's supposed to happen. What isn't supposed to happen is after you shock yourself, your Jug gets disabled, even though it shows that you still have it. This bug really does kill the fun if it happens, and can almost guarantee death if you don't get far enough away from your train when it does happen. And that is the worst part, is that there is no preventing it. It will happen eventually. It may happen at round 10, or round 110, but no matter what, it is inevitable. Aside from that one bug, the only thing holding this map back is the game engine itself, which I can't really hold against the map too much. With all that being said, let's go ahead and slap on a nice 7 out of 10 and put it into B tier. Yeah, you heard that right, B tier. Thanks for watching the video all the way through, it really does help. I know this video is pretty short and it was supposed to come out a long while ago, but I kept getting caught up with other projects. I think right now I have like 13 different things I'm working on. I do plan on finishing this series by the end of the year, but it may keep on getting pushed back, because going forward I'll have a lot more to say for each map, since each map has a lot more content on it. Just keep in mind that these rankings are for fun and what I personally think, so if you see some wild and weird rankings in the next videos, just try to make sure to keep that in mind. Again, thank you for watching the video all the way through, and I'll see you next time.